Hello, my friends and subscribers. Well, I'm sure you expected this video from me, so here it is. Just a warning right from the start. I will go through some things which you may find boring, but unfortunately, this video will turn into a bit of a rant. So, if you're up to a very angry bookworm, then stick with this video right to the end. So, Harry's wife is having her children's book published. There are a few things about this little book which makes me a little mad. I do not really care what she does to keep herself busy, but when something as wrong as this gets the media attention like this does, I do get mad. Firstly, Dan Witten told us in September 2019 already that Harry's wife was going to publish a book. But most people laughed it off, and now here it is. What makes me hot under the collar, though, is that it is clear that this book deal was negotiated while she was still officially a working member of the royal family. Secondly, although she is now no longer a working member of the royal family, she is still using her title on the cover, which means that she'll sell more copies, not because of the value or quality of her work, but because of who she is. And in what world is that fair? Secondly, I saw a few pages from the book, and let me read a few lines to you. Looking at my love and our beautiful boy, and here in the window I'll have tears of joy. In the first place, this is not a story for children. It is a first-person poem, like a little note you'll leave on the fridge for your husband or boyfriend or significant other. Then the poem itself, it is juvenile, to say the least. Then Harry's wife makes use of the old, well, let's rather say ancient, rule of starting every line of the poem with a capital letter. This has gone out with the dinosaurs. Here's the latest rules in poetry. Capitalization in poetry is the same as in prose or other types of writing. You should use capital letters for the first word in every new sentence. You can also ditch capitals altogether. When it comes to punctuation in modern poetry, the same applies as in any other piece of writing. Or you can leave out punctuation altogether. The rule is, if you leave out capitals and punctuation, you have to do so throughout your poem. Rhyming in modern poetry is also still used, but should never be forced. If you use rhyme, the pattern has to remain consistent throughout the poem, but can be changed in between verses. Think of a chorus of a song, for instance, or in the last verse. Otherwise, there has to be consistency. Rhyming is not necessary anymore, but rhythm is. Your words need to have a strong rhythm. When you write a poem without rhyme and without rhythm, it is not a poem, but a paragraph or just sentences. When you write without rhyme, you also have to pay attention to form for the very same reason, and you have to stick to a certain form. For example, sticking to the same length in every line or varying every second line. Whatever you decide to do, you have to stick to it throughout. Otherwise, it is just a piece of writing. Well, I know I've gone off on a tangent, and this video is not about teaching you about poetry. The point is rather that Harry's wife's book is 1, immature, 2, not a story for children, not poetry either, or at least not very good poetry. And it's not good, full stop, and has no literary value. Had this script come from anyone else, it would not have made it further than the publisher's rubbish bin. Yet, because she is Harry's wife, it will be published with big fanfare. Even more sad than that, there will be thousands of people dumb enough to buy it, not because it will be something they can read to their little children, not because it has any literary value, but because it has her name and title on it. And that is disgusting and unfair to all other authors the world over. The book will also be published by Tundra Books and Puffin Books. I don't know whether you say Tundra or Tundra Books, but never mind. They'll be published by Tundra Books and Puffin Books, who are both imprints of Random House Publishing. Now, shall I read you something from Tundra Books' submission page? Yes, let's. We are currently only accepting manuscript and art submissions by creators from underrepresented communities. If you identify as Black, Indigenous, or as a person of color, LGBTSQTS, have a disability, or have ever had refugee status, we want to hear from you. And now, my dear friends, I am angry. Harry's wife is definitely not underrepresented. She is related by marriage to the royal family of Great Britain, the most famous family in the world, and has Sunshine Sachs posting puff pieces on her in the media every second day. She can also identify as whatever she wants to identify as, but she's not Black or Indigenous. She is also not LGBTSQTS, as far as we know. Nor does she have a disability, and nor is she a refugee. So Tundra Books are willing to discriminate until it comes to Meghan Markle, the fake Duchess. Am I right or am I wrong? As a writer myself, I now demand an explanation from them, followed by a public apology. Not that I've ever submitted to them, but it would apparently not even be worth my while to submit anything to them, would it? Because I do not classify as any of those things that they require. But that's fine by me. The point is, neither does Meghan Markle. And I'm sorry for mentioning her name, but in this instance, I do not even wish to call her Harry's wife. Puffin Books is also one of the most prestigious children's books publishers in the UK. Why would they publish such drivel? Because it's all about money. Forget quality. They knew that the same 31,000 people who bought Finding Freedom will pay $18 for this 40-page piece of trash. And that's all they're interested in. I honestly do not know what to say about this situation anymore. It is becoming unbearable, highly unfair to the people all over the world, be they authors, speakers, voice-over artists, be they pink, green or purple. You, my friends, may be discriminated against one way or another. You may not qualify for that job you want, whatever the case may be. But those rules obviously and clearly does not apply to Meghan Markle. It does not apply, apparently, to this already privileged woman. This woman living in a $14 million mansion with 16 bathrooms does it. Now you tell me, in what world is this right or fair? Please. Okay, my friends, I have a lot going on in my private life as well as work-wise at the moment, in particular things I got myself into with regards to certain videos I made. So I'm keeping my videos for the next few days short, but I promise you I'll be back as often as I can with more stuff. So until I see you on the next video, take good care of yourselves. Bye.